Hey, good afternoon and welcome everyone to an exciting first event of the Get Contract Ready series, SLEB certification with the County of Alameda in partnership with Meriwether and Williams Insurance Services, a Hub International company. I'm Johanna LePen, Business Development Manager at Meriwether and Williams Insurance Services. With me today, we have Rena Jordanos. Did I say that right, Rena? Okay. She will be running the slides and schedule of the events for today. Next slide, please. Okay. For the agenda today, we're starting with welcome and housekeeping. Then I will introduce the presenters and then extend the invitation for everyone who attend today to give an introduction of your name, your title, and your company's name. After that, we will start the line of presentation with the SLEB program overview, then the Alameda County Auditor Agency SLEB certification, and then the last presentation, the Contractor Technical Assistance Program overview. We will have an opportunity to ask questions throughout. However, if we do not get to your question during the presentation, we designated some time to answer them during the Q&A. And finally, we will close with closing remarks. So welcome everyone, and thank you for attending. And we have a few housekeeping items to go over. If you have a question during the presentation, we ask that you raise your hand so that we can acknowledge your questions. You can also select the raise hand option in your Zoom. Please make sure your camera is on and your microphone is on mute unless you are speaking. We ask that you change your name in Zoom to include your name and your company's name. Next slide, please. And now I would like to have Julie Ackerman and Lorena Arroyo introduce themselves, and then we can hand it to their colleagues to start the process of having everyone say their name and their company's name.
Good afternoon. My name is Julie Ackerman, and I'm the Contract Compliance Supervisor with Alameda County's General Services Agency. And I will pass it to my colleague, Lorena Arroyo. Lorena, are you here? Lorena might not be here yet, so we might have to wait on that. So I will let you continue, Joanna. Who's next? You're on mute, Joanna.
Sorry, my apologies. Can we please have everyone else in the room to start? So perhaps we can start with Susan.
Maybe yes, until I got there. Hi, everyone. My name is Susan Waywitzer, and I'm with the Auditor Controller Office, which is where the SLEB, that's the SLEB certification unit, is housed, and I'm an assistant controller. Nice to see everyone.
Thank you. And then we could hand it to Jennifer Elmore, and then we could pass it to everyone else as well.
Hi, this is Jennifer Elmore. I am the project manager with the County of Alameda's Contractor Technical Assistance Program. And then I'm going to pass it on to Lakeisha.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Lakeisha Bearden. I'm the Director of Program Development. I am supporting Jennifer and Johanna on the Alameda County program.
Can we start with the next person I see in here? Can we have you introduce yourself, Larry Rosa? Your name and your company, and thank you for
happy
coming.
to. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Larry Rosa. I work with Conflow Services. We are a small business in Hayward, California, and we work with cities and also private, doing abatement, demolition, hazardous cleanup, and we also work with other trades. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Do you want to pick the next person?
Oh, let me get the next person. Hold on. I don't have a list of the people. How about anyone to my right? Let me get this. Hold on, side by side.
I think everyone appears in different order.
Yeah, I know.
I can continue if that's easier and faster.
That's probably
let's do that. I don't want to hold people up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that. Sorry. Okay, Sean Donaville, senior, can you please introduce yourself and your company?
Yeah, I'm Sean Donaville, senior, Depth Concrete Inc. I'm a small business. just trying to get certified with the city and county of Alameda so I can get some of their work.
Sounds great. Thank you. Can we please have Charles Jones introduce himself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Jones with YMM Construction Cleanup. We've been in business since 2018, and we're looking to get certified with the County of Alameda.
Sounds great. Thank you for coming. Can we have Gary Franklin introduce himself and his company?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, everybody. I'm the CEO of Quick Clear Junk Removal. I'm very new. I just got certified maybe a couple months ago for qualified for a small business. Yeah, so it's Quick Clear Junk Removal. I'm doing commercial and residential buildings right now. And, yeah, I'm just here to learn.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you. Thank you for attending today. Can we have Laura, excuse me if I said your name wrong. Laurie Kaminsky.
Hi, it's Lori Kaminsky. I'm with Rodan Builders. We are a general contractor in Hayward. We've been around for about 20 years.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being here today.
Sure.
Next, can I please have Jane Ollie? I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. But yeah, please correct me. Thanks.
No worries. It's Jane Olaiwola. I'm with Meriwether and Williams Insurance Company, Insurance Services, and we are a contractor development firm.
Awesome. Thank you. Next, I see Trong Van. I'm probably saying it incorrectly because Vietnamese, I think it's Chung.
Hi.
Right? Hi.
Hi, it's Truk Van. I'm the lead senior auditor with Alameda County Auditor's Office, and I'm with the SLEB certification unit and a supplier in 1099.
Great. Thank you.
And I work with Susan.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Next, can I please have Linda Fong? Introduce yourself.
I'm just unmuting myself. Yeah, Truk actually is the one that helped us get certified, and I am Linda with Fast Signs of Oakland, and we specialize in accessibility, compliance, wayfinding, ADA types of signs. We do other things also, but our specialty and our expertise is in compliance and wayfinding.
Awesome, thank you. Next, we have KWH Painting Service. Can you please say your name and introduce your company? Oh, you're on mute right now.
Hello? Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm Kipper Hardy from KWH Painting. I'm licensed and funded, just trying to get some work with Alameda County and the city of Oakland.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you for attending today.
And the city of San Francisco right now.
Awesome. Thank you. And Darren,
What
can
time?
we have Darren McGrum?
9:20.
Sorry.
You said October the 20th. Oh, 16.
Okay, I guess Darren, can you introduce yourself?
All right. Have a great day.
Okay, if not, I will move to. Then the next one is DJ Singh.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
This is DJ. I am from Tried Informatics. We are a 19-year-old organization that specializes in IT staffing, consulting, executive search, and we are a SLEB with Alameda County. We are just looking for more opportunities to connect with vendors as well as to see as to how we can be utilizing the SLEB certification.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for attending today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. Did I miss anyone? And also, if you're not talking, can you please mute yourself? Just
Joanna, you're muted.
Did I miss anyone or I think that's it. If you didn't
Michelle
introduce yourself-
Nolan.
Mhm.
Michelle Nolan.
Oh, Michelle Nolan. Nolan, can
Um,
you please introduce yourself? Thank you.
Sure. Good afternoon. My name's Michelle, and I'm with McCarthy Building Companies for a GC in San Francisco, and just wanted to find out more about the SLEB program. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks you for attending. So that should be everyone. And
Lorena is here now. She wasn't.
oh,
here
Lorena.
before.
Okay, yay. Lorena, please introduce yourself and your company.
Yes. Yes, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Lorena Arroyo. I'm the Contract Compliance Officer at Alameda County GSA.
Okay, great. And so I think now we can move on to the presentation. So Julie will start the presentation.
Thank you. We are talking today about the county small local emerging business program. It is the intent of Alameda County to develop and promote economic growth for the county in which it serves. The county desires to foster the growth of small, local, and emerging businesses that are able to provide high-quality products and services. The county will provide the community information about the procurement and contracting process. Additionally, the county will provide accurate and accessible information on available vendor contract opportunities. The county will ensure that the process is inclusive for all residents. And I do want us to reiterate that our Board of Supervisors is very committed to our SLEB program and very committed to us doing business with certified small and local vendors whenever possible. Next slide, please. On our procurements for services and goods and services, the SLEB component is mandated by the Alameda County Board of Supervisors. Prime or subcontractors must have certified SLEB status at the time of the bid submittal in order to meet the SLEB requirements. A SLEB prime will receive a 10% or 5% preference in final scoring and quotation evaluation, depending on the value of the procurement. And there is a link here to the SLEB subcontractor webpage where you can get information and find certified SLEBs. This will be provided to you after the as part of whatever you get. You will get a copy of this presentation, so you'll get copies of all the links that we discussed today. Next page. Uh-oh. Are we stuck? Oh, there it is. If the prime contractor is not a certified SLEB, 20% of the contract value must be subcontracted out to certified SLEB vendors to meet the SLEB requirement. If that is the case, no bid preference will be given. If the prime is exempted from SLEB program requirements, such as a nonprofit, a community-based organization, a public school, or government agency, it has met the SLEB program requirements, but no bid preference will be given. And before we move on, I just want to make it clear that SLEB does not apply for any construction project in Alameda County, but it does benefit you if you are working in construction as a prime or a subcontractor to apply for and get SLEB certified, because even though it is not a requirement on our contracts, we definitely encourage our vendors and our departments we encourage our primes to partner with and subcontract to certified SLEBs. And we encourage departments to contract with certified SLEBs. So that being said, I'm going to move on next slide. And I'm going to pass it over to Susan Waywitzer, who's the Assistant Controller in the Alameda County Auditor Controllers Agency. And she works in the SLEB certification. Well, I believe she's in charge of the SLEB certification unit, but she's going to talk about how to get certified as a SLEB. So Susan, take it away.
Thank you, Julie. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Susan, and as Julie said, the SLEB certification unit is housed in the auditor's office. We've been here since 2008. We're very fortunate. The SLEB program has been around longer than that, but it was transitioned to the auditor's office in 2008. And we're very fortunate to have included in members of our team staff, including Truk, who introduced herself earlier, that have been here that long. So we have a lot of institutional knowledge and experience, ready to help support everyone and hopefully expedite the process as quickly as possible. It's our primary goal to certify SLEBs. It's what we want to do, what they're in business to do. And we're fortunate to see those numbers going up. There are currently 925 certified SLEBs. That's a number we've seen going up this year every month. We currently have in process. We're working on over 90 SLEB applications right now. About half of those, or maybe a little less, are new certifications. So we hope following this that this gives you information and encouragement to apply, and that we see your applications really soon. Next slide, please. So I can just keep talking. So to start the process, there's 3 easy steps. You complete and sign an application. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. You email that in, and then we schedule a site visit. So we can skip to the next slide as well. We'll go into more detail in all of these as we go along. Next slide, please. So there we go. So when we receive your application, and there's a little picture of it here, you can see this is a common application. We share this application with other East Bay Interagency Alliance. We refer to them as the EBIA. They're partner agencies in certification. They don't have exactly the same requirements. And therefore, they've got some supplementals there. But if you submit an application to us and you check all of those boxes that you see at the top, once we get your application, we start your process. We also share it with those other agencies, so you don't have to do that. And as I said, they may not have exactly the same requirements as we do, but there are some similarities. Once we get your application, there's 3 main things we're looking at to pre-qualify you. That is that there is a local business address. That's a fixed street address within the county of Alameda. We can talk about definitions in a little bit as well. We're also going to look to ensure that your business has been established within the last 6 months. That's another requirement at the address that you've provided. And then the next thing is that you meet the size standards. Size standards are measured against the Small Business Administration, that's the federal SBA guidelines, and those are based on NAICS codes. That's North American Industry Codes, which we'll also talk a little bit more about. And they're either going to be based on dollars or number of employees. And we ask you to provide that information. Those are the highlights at the bottom of the form there that you see. And we'll talk a little bit later on about how you can obtain that information if you don't know what your NAICS code is or what the SBA size standard is. Next slide, please.
Susan, really quick, can you tell everyone what the partnering agents and the EBIA is? It's a little hard to read the application.
Oh, yeah. So the partner agencies are the Port of Oakland and the City of Oakland, of course, Alameda County, and then the Alameda County Transportation Agency. So once we get your application pre-qualified, nope, next slide, here, you're right, yeah. Within the next few days, you will receive an email confirmation acknowledging, receipt and acceptance of your application with instructions to call us to schedule a site visit. Site visits are required for all of our certifications, and those are scheduled out about 2 weeks, but we're very flexible with that. If 2 weeks doesn't work, it needs to be later, it can be later, and we're often able to accommodate requests to expedite those as well. Your application is also assigned to a certification auditor who may reach out to you at that time. If there's any questions, they'll be reviewing the file and performing preliminary research in preparation for that site visit. Next slide, please. So what you need to do to get ready for a site visit is to know, first of all, within a few days of the site visit, but certainly no later than 1 day, you'll receive a courtesy phone call or email reminding you and confirming your availability for the scheduled site visit. And that will come directly from your certification auditor. So you'll have their name and their contact information. And they'll remind you to collect and have the required documents available. This is information that will also go over what those documents are. It's available on the website. There's an instruction document that also includes it, and it's on the supplemental. But it's basically a current identification, either a driver's license or ID card, your current business license for the address that's being certified, that was issued either by the city that your address is in, or if you're in an unincorporated area, it would be issued by the county. Also signed federal tax returns showing the gross receipts for the last 3 years. And also a current property deed or a rental lease agreement for that business address and recent payment information. There may be additional information that your certification auditor will ask you for as well. You can skip to next slide, please. And it's very important to have all of that information available at the site visit. If it's not available, it could actually delay the certification process. Site visit itself will take 30 to 45 minutes. Your certification officer will arrive. They'll have an ID, a county ID badge. They'll have a business card. They may have that email that they sent you to help identify themselves. They'll ask to look around your business, or if for you to show them around it. They'll be taking pictures inside and out. And then they're going to review all of those documents that are required for your certification. And again, you can't stress enough how important it is to make sure you're ready for the site visit and you have all of those available. We don't want you to have to send in any documents, but if they're not available at the site visit, we won't be coming back out. You'll have to send those in. And again, like I say, we really don't want your documents. If we get them, we're either going to return them when we're done reviewing them, or we're going to delete them. So just something to be prepared for, and to make sure you let your certification auditor know if you have a problem finding something or having it available. Again, additional documents or information may be requested at the site visit, and it's an opportunity for you to ask any questions that you may have, and for the certification auditor to get all the information and ask questions that they need as well. Next slide, please. So, thank you. So once the site visit's done, we prepare to complete the process. The application is reviewed for approval. Also at the site visit, certification auditor is going to have a laptop, and they're going to be entering in information that they're collecting through their review. So just so you know that that's happening. But once the site visit is done, they bring the file, all the information back, they review it for approval. And once your file is approved, you will receive an email notification, including a SLEB certification number that will identify your status as either small or emerging. New applicants are certified or maybe certified up to 1 year. Renewals are up to a 2-year term. You're also entered into the SLEB supplier query system, or the SSQS. It's an online database, basically listing all of our certified SLEBs, their status, their address, their NAICS codes, and it's available and used by county departments for sourcing procurements, as well as prime contractors looking for subs. And it is on the internet, so it's actually available to anyone. Also, it's really important to maintain your certification status so that you remain listed in the database. You will get reminders 90, 60, and 30 days prior to your expiration. They will be emailed to the email address that was provided. And it's important to renew that timely to start the process. Because it just repeats. It's going to be the same process the next time, but we're going to have all your data on file. So it'll just allow it will be verification. But you want to maintain your status in the database, because if you are on a county contract, most of those do require that you maintain your certification if you're participating in a contract that requires that. If for whatever reason you're not approved, you will receive a denial letter. It will include the reason for denial, but that's not going to be the first time that you're hearing about that. You will have had conversations, I'm sure, with the certification auditor if there's any issues, and again, trying to get those resolved. Next slide, please. I think the next slide is talking about the program definitions. These are the SLEB stands for Small Local Emerging Business Program. A local business is one that has a fixed office with a street address in Alameda County for at least 6 months and has a valid business license that is issued, as I mentioned, by the city or county for that address. A small business is one that meets those SBA size standards. That's based on the NAICS classification code. And an emerging business is a local business which is less than 1/2 of the SBA size standards for its classification and has been in business less than 5 years. And that's important because, and I can let Julie explain this later or go into it later, but the procurement policy, the county's procurement policy is, first you look to contract with an emerging business if there isn't one, then a small, if there isn't one, a local. And that's all I'll say about that. She can go into additional details. Next slide, please. These are actually some helpful links, and because it's a little disruptive, I don't want to go into them now, but I'm happy to open them and review any of them, after the presentation is done. The certification instructions are posted. They're available on our website. They're good to review before you fill out your application, although it's pretty self-explanatory. The certification forms, both the renewal and renewal, these again are the common shared certification forms, are posted on our website. And as well as there's a link to the SSQS. And I do hope we get a chance, if I can show you what that looks like and what those listings look like and how to search for a supplier if you're looking for somebody to subcontract. There's also links here, and both of these are very intuitive. The NAICS search codes, if you don't know what your NAICS code is, there's a link here. You can also just Google NAICS code. It's going to come up, and it's real simple. There's a search field right at the top, and you can, if you're an engineer, for example, or any trade or business, and it will come up with all of the possible NAICS codes that would apply, and then you can select from there. Once you have those codes, you can go to the table of small business standards, the SBA size standards, and the same thing. It's a PDF posting, but you can click and find those NAICS codes to determine what that size standard is related to that specific code. And again, those size standards are going to be either dollars or number of employees. Next slide, please. This is just a slide, and again, you're going to be able to get a copy of this with our contact information. We have a main line and a main email address, and our website is there. And next slide, I think that's it. Next slide, please. I think that's actually it. I know we were going to open it up for questions, and I don't know if there's any right now or if we want to wait until the end. I can do either or both. Did anyone have any questions about the certification process? Okay, then I will turn it over to the next presenter.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Elmore, the project manager. Sorry, I'm repeating my name and title, but it seems to make sense. So where does the Contractor Technical Assistance Program come in? We are here to support and help small and emerging contractors and support the County of Alameda in their mission of developing and promoting economic growth within the county. Next slide, please. So part of our mission statement and our purpose is to help reduce the barriers of bonding capacity, enabling greater and successful participation of small, local, minority, women, and disabled veteran-owned businesses in County of Alameda public contracting opportunities. Some of the things that we do are seminars like this in terms of trying to make sure that as many small and emerging contractors are certified as possible. Next slide. So how do we do this? Some of you already know who we are. So I apologize for repeating something that you've already heard. So what we start with is an introduction. We meet with you, we do an assessment and a work plan. And that in that introductory meeting, you meet with account manager and we see what you need. We ask, where do you want your business to go? And we see what resources we can bring to assist you in making sure that you get what you need. Part of the services that we offer are contractor profile. Now, contractor profile is also a capability statement so that you can market and share your business with other businesses and other opportunities. And so we work with you also on your elevator speech to not just that you have something to hand out, but that you feel good about selling your business. Seminars like this, we also work with you one-on-one to go over the paperwork for certification assistance. In case you have any questions, we help you gather the paperwork before you have to submit it to the County of Alameda. And so that's one of the things that we've been working on with numerous contractors. So each time you come in and we work with you to do your assessment and work plan, we assign a business development account manager. That account manager is here to help you find resources throughout the county. If we can't answer the question, then we can go and find out who can answer your questions and get what you need to support your business. We also offer monthly workshops and coaching on business development and capacity building. And we also have construction workshops that go over an array of topics. Our next one coming up is July 30th, and it is on layman's terms to reading your contract and how you can feel comfortable with looking at your contract when you get it. If you are not on our mailing list, please email us and let's get you signed up for it. Next slide, please. So what are some of the services that we offer through our surety bond and financial assistance component? Once we get you certified, then we need to make sure that you can access bonding and financing in order to work on your County of Alameda project. So one of the things we do is we work with you and your surety broker to help you obtain your first bond or increase your bonding capacity so that you can follow the county's requirements for bonding if that's a requirement, or the bonding when you are a sub working with a prime should they require a bond. We are also work with you in capacity building and technical services that we create as a plan when we're working with you on your assessment to give you an individualized step-by-step plan to make sure that you are meeting all your goals. We are also in development for something called a contract-based financing program, and we're calling it the Contractor Capital Assistance Program. And this is if you have a County of Alameda project, we will work with you to get financing through a contract-based financing bank. And it's a project-specific loan. I can give you more details offline or any questions. And it goes up to $250,000 to work on the county. As I talked about obtaining or increasing your bonding capacity, we're talking about contract bonds, and this is for bid performance and payment bonds. And this is on County Alameda projects. The collateral support to increase or getting your first bond is up to 40% of the contract amount, up to $750,000 for a letter of credit. And that is a way to entice the surety to work with you to get your first bond. All of these services are at no cost to you. Next slide, please. And now we're opening it up to questions, and I'm going to hand it back to Johanna for the next step.
Okay, hi everyone. So right now is a good time to ask your questions since you already seen the presentations. There are some that came during the CTAP presentation. Larry Rosa asked, I was sure that our company was SLEB, but I do not see our company in the search for a supplier. How can we confirm that we are listed on the search? Can someone please answer that question?
Hi, yes, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chats now. Which company was that?
It's Larry Rosa. I think this was,
Conflow Services?
no, it was not in the main chat. Oh,
Yeah, yes, it's
Sorry.
Conflow Services.
Conflow Services? All right,
Yes.
hang on, let me double check and, well, I've got you here. And
Yes, yes, that was my question. I was sure that we have, we've been registered. I just don't see if I did a search where our company comes up. We're not,
CONFLO, oh, I'm sorry, CONFLO?
Conflow Services, yes.
I don't see anything Conflow. Let's see. Let's look at cons. Would it be under anything else? A different name?
Let me search, and then I don't want to take up everyone's time. We get on with the
And do
the program.
you can give us a call at that number that was listed there, and we can look in that. I don't see anything certified or uncertified in our database. Our
Okay,
list
thank you.
for you. Yeah, sorry.
and then another question that was asked was, thank you for answering that, Susan. Another question that was asked was from KWH Painting Service, Hardy. So will we get a recording of this webinar? This webinar will be placed on our website, so you're able to view it later. So we'll send that link out to you guys too. Is there any other questions? I hope that answered that.
So I want to make sure that everyone gets their question answered. Who is going to contact us or the controller's auditor's office to get certified?
Can we get a show of hands of people who might be interested in applying for SLEB certification? Can you raise your hands on your icons? Oh, well, we have one that's just raising his hand. Thank you. Oh, we've got a couple. And if anybody is comfortable, oh, here's a poll that we would like for people to answer. If everyone can answer this.
Yeah, thank you everyone for answering the poll. Final rounds for questions. Anyone else have any questions?
So I see that Larry and Lamont's hands are raised.
Okay,
So,
great. I didn't.
Larry, I just said your name first. So and Charles just raised his hand. So how about Larry, Lamont, and then Charles? You have to.
I was just raising my hand because you asked to raise your hand by a show of hands. So I put my hand back down. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that.
Same here. Same here. Thank you.
Hi, Lamont. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Here as well.
Great, thank you.
Well, since there's no more questions, we can move on to the next slide. Oh, next slide, please. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay, so here are the links. The first one is to opportunities with General Services Agency. And the second one is a link for you to get onto the qualified contractor list to register if you are interested in being notified of any construction projects under $200,000 that GSA is seeking bids for. Anyone have questions about that? But these are links for you to access so that you can find out more information, opportunities that are coming in.
I would definitely encourage any contractor to apply or to get on the qualified contractors list, because as Joanna said, you will be notified anytime the General Services Agency has a contract that's valued under $200,000. And these are generally smaller contractors that we're interested in partnering with. So you don't have to be a certified SLEB in order to get on the qualified contractors list, but we would like you to apply for SLEB certification.
Okay, next slide, please.
Oh, I was going to say, I would recommend also taking a look at the first link to see what kind of work is coming up and using this as an opportunity to introduce yourselves to prime contractors on the larger design build projects. There's quite a few coming up in the county of Alameda.
Okay. Well, thank you. Next slide, please. So in closing, thank you again to our presenter, Julie, Lorena, Susan, and Jennifer. And thank you everyone for attending today's trainings. Next slide, please. So here is the survey. Please fill out the surveys. Your surveys do help us to improve our trainings and webinars, and we're doing this for you guys. And there is a QR code on there that you can scan and then be able to do the survey. Next slide, please. And here's our contact information. CTAPS and Alameda County SLEB Certification Unit contact information. Please do reach out to us if you have any interests or questions. We hope that many of you will find this information useful. And thank you again for everyone and your time.
Joanna, can I just add one thing?
Yes.
Everybody will receive a copy of this presentation, so they'll have everyone's contact information that was here. I would like to ask if you are a contractor that's has joined us today and you are reluctant to apply for SLEB certification, if you are not comfortable sharing today why you would not feel comfortable or why you would not be interested in applying for SLEB certification, I would ask if you could reach out to one of us, any one of us that's here today, and talk to us about it, or just send us an email saying why you're uncomfortable or why you're reluctant, why you would not be interested in applying, because we would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, this concludes our program, and I wish everyone a great day. Thank you, everyone, for attending this training.
Does someone from Depth Concrete have a question?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Sorry. Okay, so yes.
Or is his hand raised from earlier? I'm not sure.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
no,
Okay.
I did have it raised because I had a question. I'm
okay.
saying, am I supposed to be in the chat for the links or anything? Because I haven't seen anything.
So Shawnery, we will make sure that you get a copy of the presentation so that you have all the information.
Okay.
And if not, I will at our meeting tomorrow give you more information than you probably want.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't miss your question for sure. Anyone else have a question? I'm going down the list to make sure I didn't miss any hands this time around.
I got a question. KWH Painting.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? On that last one on the list, so you go on there and then you describe your company.
You mean the list of qualified contractors?
So you just go there with your qualifications and stuff, or your company, or how do you go about that?
It asks specific questions for you to answer. It guides you through it. It's probably going. I don't have it up right now. It's probably going to ask for your contract license number, your discipline, the disciplines that you perform, contact information, obviously, but just general information about your company, and you will be notified of any upcoming contracting opportunities.
So we'll put the bond number and everything down there too, probably.
I'm not sure that it requires that. I'm not sure that it requires that.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's the only question.
Great.
Thank you, presenters.
Thank you everyone for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Well, bye everyone. Have a great day. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for having the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, everybody. All right, thank you, Jennifer. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.